Hi everyone, my name is Trish Yee and I'm from MasterChef Singapore Season 2, second runner-up. Today, I'm showing everyone how to make my favorite Indian cuisine at home using our Thermomix. And today, all the ingredients we will be making from scratch, including our yogurt and our tikka paste. So for the tikka paste, you can actually make a big batch and store it in the fridge and use them whenever you want to cook them. And for our yogurt, we are also making it from scratch. You know that you can actually now ferment your own yogurt using our Thermomix. There is a function for fermentation and you can actually make your very own yogurt at home. So let's get started and see how I'm going to teach everyone how to make this delicious cuisine using Thermomix. So today, everyone will be in for a treat because we are going to make a few dishes today. So starting with our very own yogurt and followed by making the tikka paste for our butter chicken, and we'll also be making a flatbread to go with our butter chicken and a hummus. Sounds exciting, right? So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is to ferment our yogurt because the yogurt needs to be fermented in the Thermomix for about 10 hours. So let's get started with our yogurt first. So to make our yogurt, we will need a liter of cow milk and we will need a starter, which is about 120 grams of yogurt. And to make it more smooth and silky, I'm actually adding about 120 grams of heavy cream as well. So for the milk, you can choose to use either UHT milk or you can use fresh milk. I'm not adding in any sugar, but for people who like your yogurt to be a bit on the sweeter note, you can actually add in about 50 grams of sugar as well. And now your heavy cream in. And put on the cover. So now when all the ingredients are inside the mixing bowl, we will set on fermentation mode. We will set it to 40 degrees for 8 hours. So now as the yogurt is fermenting inside the mixing bowl, we will start by making our tikka paste. So here are the ingredients for our tikka paste. There is turmeric, garam masala, cardamom powder, chili powder, coriander powder, cumin powder, and there is 100 grams of ginger, garlic, tomato puree, fresh coriander, sea salt, and oil. We will start by adding all the dry spices inside the Thermomix to roast for about 1 minute. And we will cover this up at speed 1. This is to actually bring out the fragrance of the dry spices. I can actually smell the aromatic of the dry spices already. So now we can add in the other ingredients. Now I will put in ginger, garlic, tomato puree, oil, fresh coriander, and sea salt. And we will let it blend for 2 minutes. And you can use the scraper to also scrape down all the paste here and the sides of the bowl. Once it has turned into a smooth paste, we can start to cook the tikka paste. And we are done for our tikka paste. So now I'm going to clear out my table and we'll come back with the next dish. And now it's time to make our butter chicken. So to start, let me introduce you the ingredients. We will need about 750 grams of boneless chicken thigh, tikka paste that we made from our earlier batch, fermented yogurt, butter, some green chili, ginger garlic paste, some yellow onion, tomato puree, heavy cream, fresh coriander, about 100 grams of water, and our spices, coriander, cumin, and some sugar and salt to season. To start, we will first marinate our chicken. We will put in the yogurt which I fermented earlier on using Thermomix. Our ginger garlic paste, the tikka paste which we made earlier, and mix well. Make sure the chicken are all coated well. And we will leave this aside while we cook our sauce in the Thermomix. And now we'll start by heating up our butter or ghee in the Thermomix. And we will set this on aroma mode for about 1 minute. And now the butter has melted, we will add in all our other ingredients. We will add in our yellow onions, ginger, garlic, green chili, fresh coriander, and we'll put the cover back. And we'll blend this for about 10 seconds using speed fork. And now we will scrape down all the ingredients on the lid and also on the side of the mixing bowl. And now I will blend it again using speed 8. Scrape down the sides of the mixing bowl and we will cook it for about 5 minutes using Varoma mode. And now we will add in the dry spices and the salt in. And we will continue to cook this for another 3 minutes. Now we will add in the tomato puree. And we will let it cook for another 5 minutes to bring out the flavour. And we will let this yogurt continue to ferment in another studio. So meanwhile, we can actually start on our flatbread. So while the butter chicken is still cooking, we can actually take the time to make our flatbread. So to make the flatbread, we will use yogurt from the previous batch which I fermented using Thermomix. And we will need about 350 grams of bread flour, some salt, sugar, and a teaspoon of baking powder. And now we are adding 250 grams of yogurt, salt, sugar, and our baking powder. And now all the ingredients are inside the mixing bowl. We will cover it up and we will use the knead mode and we will knead it for about 1 minute. So while the dough is kneading inside the Thermomix, we will check on our butter chicken. Now we are add in the water, heavy cream, and we will add in our marinated chicken. Give it a good stir. And we will cook this for another 20 minutes using the spoon mode for about 20 minutes. And now our dough is ready, we will just take it out to a flat surface and make it smooth. So just lightly dust the surface with some flour. And just knead together to make it into a smooth dough. Isn't it very simple? You can actually make your flatbread with just very few simple ingredients. And I will just cling wrap this and let it rest for about 20 minutes. So I know many people at home, they don't really like to work with flour because it's really hard to clean. But with Thermomix pre-clean mode, you really don't need to worry about cleaning off all these stubborn flour that sticks to your pot. And you just need to select pre-clean and turn it to dough. And it will auto clean off the mixing bowl for you. So now let's take a look at our tikka paste. This is the tikka paste that was used to marinate our chicken earlier on. So if you think that the butter chicken is not fragrant enough or you need more spice, you can actually add on more to it as well. So for the rest of the paste here, I'm just going to store it into our little glass jug here, and you can keep it in the fridge for about few weeks. So you look at this tikka paste that we made earlier on, look at the color. You can actually keep this in the fridge for about 3 to 4 weeks, or you can actually freeze them as well. This tikka paste, you can also use that to marinate chicken tikka and just grill them in the oven. So it's really versatile. So now the mixing bowl is done with the cleaning. It's time to make our final dish, which is the hummus. So to make our hummus, we will need only a few ingredients, and it's really simple. So we will need some chickpeas, garlic, paprika, cumin, black pepper, salt, some olive oil, lemon juice, and some tahini. We will first add in the chickpeas inside the mixing bowl. You can add in your garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, your tahini, salt, some black pepper, and we will cover it up and we will blend it. And you can scrape down the side, and if it's too thick, you can actually add in more water to make it thinner. And now our hummus is done. You can take a look at the consistency. It's really smooth and silky. And we will serve this together with our flatbread later. And now our butter chicken is ready. Let's take a look at our butter chicken. And I'm just going to give it a stir and taste. If you need to add more salt or sugar to adjust the taste, you can actually do so. And now the last part of the recipe today is our flatbread. So I'm now going to just roll the flatbread into a big round circle. And I will use about 80 grams. Okay, and we will lightly dust the surface with some flour. You can roll the shape accordingly to how big or small you want, okay? I'm going to use the oven to bake this flatbread today, but at home you can also use a frying pan to do it over the stove. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer this flatbread to a baking tray. And now we'll pop this into the oven at 200 degrees for about 5 to 6 minutes. So today I will be showing you guys two versions. One is oven baked flatbread, and the other one I will be using stove to cook this off. So if you are using a stove top method, you don't need to put any oil onto your pan. Just use a non-stick pan will do. The temperature we are using should be a medium-high heat. So once you get this nice little brown spot, like a bit of char on both sides, you can actually take it out. Okay, now first thing up is our butter chicken. And now I will dish out into our thermal server to keep it warm. Okay. And you can just garnish with some chopped coriander. And now we can garnish our hummus with some paprika, some cumin powder, and a touch of olive oil. And we can also sprinkle some saffron on top to make it look more pretty. And for the final touches, I'm going to just garnish my butter chicken with some whipped cream. And we are done. And ta-da! Now you have your Indian cuisine, and it's so simple to make at home, right? So now I'm just going to plate it out for myself. And I'm just going to take a tablespoon of hummus to enjoy it with my flatbread. Thank you for watching the tutorial today. I hope to see you guys again soon.